Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? We're right in the middle of the week. So let's check in and see how everyone's doing. Assuming people are going to visit me live. It always takes, oh, there we are. It always takes a second or two to see the numbers pop up, but I see you. Hello, hello. Make sure you say hello in the chat. Oh, there's Christina. Christine and Marianne, Yvonne. Hello, hello. I knew you guys wouldn't leave me hanging. So, what has everyone been up to today? Anything fun? Oh, Jennifer's tuning in from my favorite place. I love the West. How are things out in Alberta? Are the mountains still there? Everyone's saying hello. Nice to see everyone. Oh, it was a busy day. How about for you guys? Good? Accounting, yeah, I know that's not fun. But sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do so you can do what you do want to do. And I did that all day long. So, yeah, it's all fun. Okay, we're going to get started. I've got lots of things to show you from Honeybee and lots of things to show you from Pink and Maine. So I just picked two companies today. I'm hoping to come back on Friday for another live, and I will talk about other things. Snowy and mountains are beautiful. Yeah, well, you can keep the snow. Oh, Yvonne's not feeling well today. I'm sorry to hear that. It is nice and sunny, that is for sure. And someone said they were planting their vegetable seeds. Oh, that is fun. Good. So, funny story about seeds. So, my grandson, Owen, planted seeds in his class and brought them home, and they were growing. He's turning 10, but they have a new cat, a kitten, who ate them, the plants. So, he was not impressed. So, they have to plant some more. Okay, we're going to get going. The first thing you're going to look at here, oh, I have a slideshow. Let's pull that up. Amanda went to lots of work to put this together for me, so I'm going to use it. Just tuck it over there in the corner. I know, poor Owen, right? Oh, yeah, he was not very happy at all. Although their kitten is pretty hard to be mad at, but yeah. Anyways, nothing poisonous, but he did eat it all. Oh, all the way from PEI. Well, how are things on the East Coast? And Christina's scared for this live because she loves Honeybee. Well, you should be scared because there's some fun stuff in here. And no, Karen, the cat was fine. There was nothing toxic. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is this new embossing folder, and it is called Gears. And this is what it looks like when you emboss it out. So I embossed it. So you'll notice that there's different levels. Some are lower, some are higher. That is the embossed side. And then you can also flip it over to the debossed side. So it's nice that you can use both sides. And of course, it works for anything masculine. And lots of great things to do with tools and cars. And I'm sure you guys can come up with some other great ideas as well. But most of the items in this release are a little on the masculine side. So it's nice to see because we don't find a lot of those things. And I know people really struggle with masculine themed cards. So this is the new embossing folder called Gears. So that's the first thing. And then we have a couple of samples just showing you what that product looks like in action. So again, it works for anything where you use cards. We have all the Westerners turning in today. We've got BC, we've got Alberta, And then we have the east as well. And then everything in between, which is so awesome. Catherine said she finally remembered it. Nice instead of replay. Well, we're happy you're here too. Okay, so that's the gears embossing folder. Then we have the car that you're seeing in these samples. This is, oops, let's turn this over. This is the Lovely Layers Vintage Bug. So it's the little Volkswagen Bug. This comes with your die set, and it is a layering guide. So it shows you what to do with the pieces when you cut them out and gives you some step-by-step instructions. I love these layering guides because sometimes you look at all the pieces and go, what the heck am I supposed to do with these? And how do you put it together? So it's not an overly large die set, but it packs a punch. So I'll just flip through the next slide so you can see here. And you can do your Volkswagen Bug in any color scheme that you want. So that is cool. And there's the yellow one. This is the first sample that I showed with the gears. And you can see how well it works with the gears too. So that is a fun set for sure. And there's, if you want to get feminine about it, you can make it pink too. And you can put it on a nice stenciled background and create some really fun samples. And again, think outside the box, outside the card making box, and also know that you can use these things on scrapbook layouts too. I was having a chat with someone who came to pick up their order earlier this week, and she was saying that her friend is working on a baby album, and she's running out of embellishments and this and that. And I said, well, this is where those great stamps and dies come into play, because you can create with them over and over again and change up the colors and the way that you use them and create your own ephemera. Oh, and look at that. The person I was talking to just popped in. So stamps and dies are great for that. And they are timeless, and you can use them for all kinds of things. So keep those things in mind, especially if you're a scrapbooker. And then we also, because we don't want to just talk about the Volkswagen Bug, we're going to talk about my favorite old classic car is the Mustang. So this is called Lovely Layers Muscle Car. And again, you get that really great layering guide that comes with it. And you can cut it out in any color. My husband had a 64.5 Mustang. Yes, that was a thing. So it was actually a 65 Mustang, but it was manufactured halfway through 2024. So it was red, and it was a car that we had before we had kids. Then reality set in, and we had to, get minivans and things, but it was fun. So you can get a die for this now as well. So this one is called Lovely Layers Muscle Car. And then just a couple of samples. Of course, you have to do it in red. So it looks amazing. And then we're going to move on to an addition to their tools. So this is the Lovely Layers Toolbox Mechanics add-on. Okay, so there is a toolbox. This is it here. This was released previously, the Lovely Layers Toolbox. And then this works along with it. It's an add-on. So some things go inside the toolbox, and then some things go outside. So I love that you have the gas can and the oil can. These gloves could be gardening gloves, guys. And that could be a little container that you carry gardening things around in. So that's kind of a cool thing too. So again, think outside the box, but a number of tools come with this set, and there is a layering guide that shows you how to put them all together. And there's screwdrivers, there's ratchets, there's pliers, wrenches, bolts, all kinds of things, and those gloves. So, and then you've got your gas can and your oil can, and they do pair up very nicely with the toolbox, or you can use them on their own. So here's just a couple of samples just to show you what they can look like. So you've got that gear embossed background, and then you've got the gas can, the oil can, the tools, and the tools look so realistic. It's crazy. And then we have a display box. Now this goes along with, before we move on to that, there's also, we only have one of these left. This is the Lovely Layers Pegboard and Desk. This was previously released, and it works really nice with the tools with this as well. So we talked about this when it first came out, and it came out with their first round of tool releases, but also works well for crafty things, office things, and that sort of stuff. So we only have one left, but I wanted to bring that and show you with that. I guess you could make a fishing desk as well. So we're going to move on to this one. This is the display box, which can be used for lots of things, but it is a tackle box add-on set. So they do show it with fishing lures. So that is kind of cool, but again, can be used for other things, and you're going to see that in a future slide. This piece on the top here, this little frame, you can use for lots of different things, but it does layer up, and it does make a an actual tackle box, like looking from the top down, which is kind of cool. So that is that part, and I'll just show you a couple of samples here. So you can see when you load it up with all kinds of tackle, which we're going to talk about in a minute here, how cool it can look. So great for shaped cards, great for embellishments for layouts, especially if you have a fisher person. And here you can see how you can create a scene using the frame to do an overlay, which is kind of cool as well. So I love that idea. So it's a very versatile piece, and you can use it for lots of things. And it's a nice size. I should keep my envelope out so that you can see. As in relation to an A2 size card, you can put it on the front of a card, or you can make your card shaped. So you can see that there's two layers to this, right? There's like an outer layer and then the frame layer. So here is an A2 size card, and it does cover that up completely. So you can place it on your card, but it would take up the whole thing, or you can use it on its own. So pretty fun. And then we have the display box, the tackle box to go along with this as well. But this is the tackle box add-on here. I'm sorry, I got confused. This is the tackle box add-on that has all the lures and the knives and all the trinkets that you saw in the previous sample. Okay, so here's the layering guide that shows you how to put all those things together. So you have all these lures over here and here. You've got a compass. You've got a spool of fishing line. You've got your knife. This is like a little, I don't know what these are called. I'm not a fisher person, but you use them to make lures. And then you've got your hook. And it does coordinate with both the tray and the tackle box. So here is the tackle box that we haven't talked about yet. And then the tray I just showed you. Okay, so that's what that is. And then here is the tackle box. So just like the toolbox, it's sort of a standalone die that you can just use as it is. And then you have the add-ons that you can put in there. Okay, and this is the toolbox. Now these toolboxes, a lot of crafters use them when they go to crop some things. So you could put other things in here for sure. Like, don't just think only fishing. That's what it's designed for, and it kind of looks a little bit like a toolbox as well. So I'm sure you could play around with some of the tool items that you might have, or other crafty items that you might have to put in there too. So lots of versatility for those fisher people, that's for sure. And let's see, do we have any more samples for that? Yes, so there's a tray, again, loaded up with all the things. And then they have a vest. So this is the Lovely Layers fishing vest. And you can see that it's got the two vest pieces, which you can layer onto the back and create an actual open and closing vest. And then you've got things like pockets and trim and zippers and all that kind of stuff that you can make as well. And these little pockets can be used on their own or added to other things. But look at the detail that they create when you make that vest. All that stitching and everything is all part of the die set. So just hold that a little closer there so you can see what happens when you die cut it out. Isn't it wonderful? And that is what the die looks like. So again, Here's your A2 size envelope. So that is just covering the front. So you could make it fit onto a card base, but you also can make shaped cards as well. Yep. So Christina says she uses a tackle box for all her sewing stuff too. So tons of uses for sure. Not just for what it's being shown for here. You can mix and match with other companies and do all kinds of fun things with it. So that's the vest. Now let's see where we are with our samples. So I did show you the tackle box. I guess I had that out of order. That's this. Okay. And like we said, we can put lots of lures and things in there. And here are some cards showing finished samples with all of the fun things in it. There's your vest. Isn't that great? I love it. Why am I going through this? Oh, I'm sorry. Now we're going to move on to the boat. I was like, it felt like I was going backwards. Okay, then we have our Lovely Layers boat. I showed this slide earlier, and it is using the tackle box frame to create the scene. But this is the boat that is used in that. And you can see all of the pieces that you layer up together to create the finished boat. And you can do it in any color scheme that you want. And then add it to any of your layouts or cards. So that's Lovely Layers fishing boat. Isn't that awesome? Again, great for masculine cards for sure. And then there is a stencil. This one is called Steady Waters. There are two, it's a set of two stencils in here. And that creates the scene that you see here. Isn't that awesome? So this scene can be used for lots of different things. There were some silhouette stamps that were released from Waffle Flower that show like outdoor stuff. And they have bulrushes and things like that. Palm trees, all that kind of stuff can be used once you create this type of scene. But obviously it works very well for the boats and things like that as well. I'm going to show you a set later on that has little cabins. So you could put a cabin on this and make a scene that way as well. So a great scene builder, and it's called Steady Waters. So that is a fun one. And here you can see using it with the boat. And it also works horizontally or vertically. So you can go either way on your cards. Okay. Now, this is the Lovely Layers Lures. So this is an older set, but with all the fishing stuff that came out, we thought we would show this one since we had it in our stash. And it has always been a popular one. So your layering guide shows you how to create these lures and bobbers using this set here. And again, you can mix and match it with the other products or use it on its own. And then another classic favorite from Honeybee is the rod and reel. And you can see that with the lures in this particular slide here. So we try to keep these in stock all the time. They seem to be ones that people are looking for all the time. And I love all of the add-on products that they have created that go along with this theme. So that is very cool. All right, that's the end of that slideshow. Now we got to remove that and add this. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, and before I get too crazy into the next set of slides, I wanted to show you a really great sentiment set that's called Hooked on You. And it is a stamp and a die. I have to say that Honeybee has some of the best sentiment sets. And they give you dies that cut out all of the ones that you see here. So this is, it's sort of fishing related, but it does have things on it that are not linked to fishing. So like wishing you a day full of sunshine, well, that can be anything. And a lake full of fish. So if you want to do a double sentiment, you can, but you could stop here. You've just got happy birthday, happy Father's Day, dropping you a line to say, there's nothing you can't tackle. So I love that punny part. Relax and enjoy your day. I'm hooked on you. Congratulations. Enjoy. You're the best catch of all. Happy retirement on your graduation. You got me hook, line, and sinker. So there's a lot of really fun ones on here. Here's to many more fishing adventures. A bad day fishing beats a good day working. We say that about racing. Take time to enjoy the simple things in life, and happiness is a big fish and a witness. So really, really cool. And they make awesome sentiments for all kinds of things. And I have some more to show you a little later in the video. So another new die set that came out. Maybe your guy is not a fisherman. This is the Lovely Layers Man Cave. And it is a really fun set. Here's your layering guide here. And you get the bar, the pool table, the couch. I'm not sure what this, it's kind of like a screen in the background there. You get plants. The potted plants are awesome. You get the lamp that can go over top of the pool table or use on its own. You get the pool balls and the cues. You get the dart boards. You get some tall chairs to go at the bar, and you even get beer. So I don't know too many guys that don't fall into one of these categories, whether it's sitting on the couch, whether it's playing pool or whatever, especially the bar stool and the beer. I know that goes along with a lot of guys, but there's a lot of really fun things you can do with this set. Again, mixing it and matching it with other things that you might have in your stash. So here's just an idea of what that can look like if you were to create a whole scene using the elements that you see on here. Honeybee is really good at all of the details. Now, I'm not sure where this shirt is coming from because I'm seeing it on here, but I don't see a shirt. So I'm not sure which set that comes from. I'm just looking ahead here to see if I can see it, but I don't. So I would have to look into that because Amanda has put this in here, but I'm not sure I see a shirt. We're shirtless over here. I know she's got it in here a couple of times. So here's a really cool scene using the pool table, the cues and the balls, and then look at those lamps overhead. But even if you don't want to use the pool table and the cues, etc., I love the way those lamps work. Like they look really cool. It's on the die set. Okay, show me where. I don't see a t-shirt. I don't see a t-shirt anywhere. Oh, it's right here. Ta-da! There's the t-shirt right there. You guys have got good eyes. Yep, and there's a foam finger on here too, so that's great for sports fans. And there's a pennant. So I didn't talk about everything. I was only talking about this. Thank you, guys. Yes, so that explains the t-shirts. And there's the t-shirts again. Yep, so great for soccer fans. Or even if you just need a good t-shirt, you can stamp all kinds of things on the front of that t-shirt. You guys are very good at spotting things. Look at you all. You're like, it's all on the die. Thank you, guys. And then they have the Lovely Layers add-on for the Hoosier cabinet. So that came out several releases ago, and they've had many add-ons for it. So this one is an add-on to create a wet bar. So drink options. So there's the cabinet, and we do have the cabinet in stock. It's kind of one that we kind of keep ordering. So this is the cabinet, and this is the layering guide that comes with it. So you get all these fun little baking things when you buy the cabinet itself. Okay, so that's what it comes with. And then this is an add-on to switch it into a different theme, which is really cool. So let's just take a look at what that looks like. So here's your cabinet. It's a fabulous little cabinet. The doors open and close too. And you've got all your cool little drinks and so on. So it's a little bit more masculine than some of the other looks that they have shown with that. But we also have in stock the fall add-on as well. And it comes with a layering guide, and you can change your cabinet into a fall themed one. And it comes with the books and the leaves and the pumpkins and all kinds of fun things. So if you get the cabinet, you have lots of options. There's baking add-ons and Christmas ones and all kinds of fun stuff. So this is the newest one here. And often those add-on sets you can use on their own. Like there's really cool like bottles of booze, and then you've got your different wine glasses, and you've got this piece here that has hanging glasses. You've got more wine bottles and things. So those kinds of things can be used on their own, which is kind of fun. And then another set that they came out with is this one here, and it's called Lovely Layers Outdoor Kitchen. And I really like that. And it creates this look here. Now, again, it is designed as an outdoor kitchen, but you can use elements from this just on their own to make a kitchen. So you've got a little toaster oven here. You've got a little fireplace. You've got a little hanging rack with utensils on it. And then, of course, you've got this overhead piece, but you could snip that off. You've got a little, it could be like an outdoor oven, or and then you've got also your indoor oven as well. You can put it all together and create the whole scene, but you do have options to use it separately. And here's an example of it being used as an outdoor kitchen, which is kind of cute. And here's one where it's more of an indoor kitchen, but very, very cool. I love that. And then this is an oldie but a goodie. We just restocked this. It is the Lovely Layers, Summer Cabins. And these cabins are fabulous. Shelby did, over on our inspiration group, she posted one of her Christmas cards, and she used this cabin set, and she splattered it with white, and she made the whole scene look very wintry and outdoors, which is really cool. So you can do a lot of great things with this, but you end up with 3 different styles of cabins, and then you get this great assortment of trees, which is really fun. So that is a really nice one to have in your stash too. And it's very cool. I showed you that stencil earlier that you could have the cabin by the lake. It's got a whole scene. This particular scene here is an older stencil that they had. I'm not sure if we can still get it or not, but if you're interested, you can email and I can check into that. But it's a cool one too. And then a classic favorite, I don't even know how many we've sold. I know it's in the hundreds for sure, are the winter birds. And this one does the chickadee and the cardinal. And I don't know why they call them winter birds. I guess it's because they don't really migrate. They're around all winter, but we have them here in the summer too. And we love those. So you can create this really cute chickadee and the cardinal. And there's a couple of samples of what they look like when you actually create them. Yeah, I would imagine if I took a poll, most of you own this already because we have sold so many of them. And there's the chickadee all nestled in the greenery there. And then we also have the spring birds. We only have one of these left. So this is just a couple different versions. This one does the robin and the bluebird. And I have a slide for that too. Oh, that was my slide. Sorry. So that is, and that's, okay, that says robin, but look at, they have created, I think that's actually this winter bird, if I'm not mistaken. Where's my guide? Here it is. Yes. So see this chickadee? That bird is this bird right here. So you can change up the colors that you use and you can create all kinds of different birds. So it's really fun to mix and match and play with those. So the birds are popular. And then the slice and stump. Again, we showed it at Christmas time quite a bit because you can do a lot of things with poinsettias and Christmas greenery. But now we are talking about all of this outdoor stuff, fishing, cabins, all that kind of stuff. And the slice and stump is great for all of that as well. It's a very versatile, well-rounded die set. And you can get slices of wood that are shown here, but then you can also do tree stumps and create some fun things that way. And I did use this on one of our calendar pages for our scrapbook layouts. So it transfers very nicely over to scrapbooking. But if you take that little cluster that's on that card right now, if you were working on a fishing page, that would make a great embellishment on your layout. So just think in both directions because you can get lots of mileage out of your products that way. I think we must be getting close to the end. We are. Okay, I'm going to remove this just for a minute. because we've got lots of more things to show here that are not part of a slideshow, and I'll give you the full screen. So I was saying about sentiment sets. This one is called Well Played, Sir. And it has some really great sentiments on here. Again, including that retirement. You rock, proud of you always, believe in yourself. You are my hero. To the man who does everything. So it would work really great for Father's Day or other times when you need to send cards to masculine people. So built for the long haul, tuned to last, you're a true gentleman, etc., etc. So love that. And there is a die set that goes with it, and it cuts out all of those sentiments. So that one's called Well Played, Sir. Then we have another one called Great Man. And it has things like the word brother, and then you can put in-law. There's father, in-law, grandpa, pops, papa, dad, son. So lots of family references there. And then some great one-liners and ones that you can put inside your card. And again, you get dies for everything. So they're really great ones. And these are things that a lot of people lack in their stash. They don't see them very often, and so they don't stock up on them. And then when you go to make a card, you're like, well, I don't have anything to put on it. This is a cute one too. It's called Game Time, and it's happy be your day. It's game time, and it's your day. Eat, drink, and be lazy. So there's some fun ones on there too that kind of go along with the man cave and other things like that. And then this one is a nice one. No die set for this, but it's called Rest and Relaxation. I'm just going to hold it up so you can see the font a little bit better. So Paradise Found, again, happy retirement. Life is beautiful. See you at the, and you can say beach, lake, cottage, wherever. Toes in the sand, drink in hand. Great for tropical or vacation type things. Here's to kicking back. Lots of fun things. Seize the day. Life is beautiful. Happiness comes in waves. So really fun ones. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a die set for that. I lied. Yep. So that's the Rest and Relaxation die set. So that one cuts out all of these. And then just some basics that customers are always looking for. A really nice scalloped, stitch scalloped die. This says, and it's very confusing, it says frames. This is not a frame. This is a mat that cuts the scallop and it does the stitching, but there is no inside blade there, so it's not going to cut a frame. I don't know why they say that. I'm just going to hold my envelope over this. So this one right here is almost the full size of an A2 size card. And then they go down in increments from there. And then I will point out the middle one is just a scallop. So teeny weeny. Great for little sentiments for sure. So I love that set. And then this one is called the Deckled Edge. Again, it calls it a frame. I don't know why, because it's not a frame. If you layered two of them together and cut it, then it would be a frame. But otherwise, they're just individual mats. And it's got that little one in the middle there that can give you a nice sentiment landing place. So again, Deckled Edge frames and scalloped A2 card frames, but they're not frames. So don't be confused by that, that wording. And then some really great inside sentiments. So we've got inside birthday sentiments. And so you've got the happy birthday words, but then all of these other ones are designed to go on the insides of your cards. And then we've got it for wedding. So congratulations and with love and on your wedding day are sort of the one lines. Oh, and then there's from all of us. And then the rest of them are sort of designed to go inside your cards. And you can go on our online store and click on this and then you can read them all up close. And then we also have it for baby, which I love. And there's even a little Winnie the Pooh quote here. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. I love that one. And there's been lots of Winnie the Pooh product out lately, so that would go nicely with that. We have restocked one of our favorite stencils from Honeybee, and it is the fishnet. So that would go really nicely with all of the fishing stuff that I showed you earlier. And then, of course, we have some really great embossing folders. And Honeybee makes some of the best ones. And you know they're the best because we keep ordering them over and over and over. So they sell out, we kind of leave them for a while, and sure enough, somebody requests that we order it again. So we just keep bringing them back in. This one here is called the Rustic Brick Wall. Now I have samples of all of these because I've shown them so many times. Here it is. So this is the Rustic Brick Wall. And it is a 3D embossing folder, so it gives you lots of dimension. And then this is the reverse side. So both sides are really nice. I love it. And so does everybody else. So that's that one. And then we have the burlap one. And I had a sample done here. This is the burlap folder. So it gives you that nice burlap look. But it's nice when you run the folder over something that you've stenciled or die cut out just to give it some texture. So that is fun to do as well. And then this one here is called Wood Planks. And I just cut it out in white. Not cut, I embossed it in white. I have a sample of it done. So there's both sides. But you can ink blend over top of these. And the ink is going to grab all the little grooves and crevices. And you can make your planking any color that you want. So you can make it gray, you can make it blue, you can make it brown, whatever color you want. But they have amazing texture on their embossing folders. This one is called the Barbed Wire. And I did that one previously as well. And that's what that looks like. I think this came out with like a Western release that they did, but people loved it. And you have like, it's just a fun backdrop for all kinds of things. So that's the Barbed Wire. And then we have the paw prints. Now it's called paw prints because if you look closely, not all the paw prints are the same. And they can be like domestic paw prints. So like cats, dogs, that kind of thing. Even little like hamsters and gerbils and different things. But it can also be wild paws like bears and raccoons and all kinds of fun things. And this is what it looks like when you emboss it out. You get so much dimension. And then there's the reverse side. So I really like the versatility with this one. And then one of the most popular ones is this diamond plate. And I showed it done in a metallic paper. And it looks like real diamond plating. There I am. See? Hello. So that is what that one looks like. So amazing, amazing embossing folders. And then also we have the shaker pockets. So these pockets cover the whole front of an A2 size card. And it makes a pocket that you can drop sequins and stuff in. So you can stencil a background and then you can drop your sequins in and close it up. And then the whole front of your shaker or your card is a shaker panel. So they are fun to play with. And I thought I'd throw them in here just to show and remind people that we have those too. So that is it for Honeybee for right now. Lots of great stuff, right? What do you guys think of all of that? I got people saying that they love Honeybee embossing folders, and you're all helping me out with that die set. Thank you for that. So that is that. And then we have some goodies from Pink and Main. Now, this particular thing I'm going to show you first is something I'm really excited about because we found things like this in the past. And as soon as we tell you all about it, they disappear. So before I even did it, I checked with the manufacturer, which is Pink and Main. And I said, okay, I need to know if this is something that you keep in your library because I'm going to tell my customers how great it is and I want to be able to get it. And she assured me that it is staying in the library for as long as she can. So do we have a metallic paper in stock? I would have to go look. But I'm sure if you type in the word metallic, something's going to come up. But if not, just give me a quick email and I'm happy to make sure that we restock that. Because for stuff like this, and even the tool sets that I showed you to have little chrome pieces on the tools is amazing. So everybody should have some like mirrored metallic paper and then also just regular metallic paper in their stash because you'll use a lot of it. Okay, so this is a 2-ring binder for stencils, stamps, and more. And I love that. A lot of people like a binder system to store stamps and dies, stencils, that kind of thing. It's nice because it looks nice on your shelves, and it's compact. It's easy to get a lot in there and put things on a shelf. It's also nice if you want to put some things together to go somewhere with some of your product and do some crafting elsewhere. Now, this is a, you're going to ask me what size it is because I took the packaging off of it. Let me grab it because it might say it on there. Let me forget. Hold on. No, it doesn't say it on the packaging. So, I think it is like 9 by 6 1/4-ish size. And it holds a lot of great stuff. So there's the binder. And inside here, I have 2 different inserts. So we have the storage binder inserts, which are 9 by 6 1/4. And that is the tall one here. So I'll take it out so you can see. To set the binder over there. So it is like a hard plastic type of material. It's got a little tab on the top so you can make sure that it closes. And there's no gusset on it, but it does open up like this so you can pop things in there. So whether you want to put a magnetic sheet in there, or whether you want to put, your stamps and dies or whatever right inside the pocket, that's up to you. And then it has the 2 punched holes over here that fit nicely inside of the binder. Okay, so you're going to say, well, how many pockets can I put in here? Well, that's going to depend on what you put in the pockets, but the pockets are sold in packages of 6, I want to say. 1, 2, hang on. Let me just tell you that for sure. I don't want to lie. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So I would say 1 package would fit in here nicely, as long as you don't overload them too much. And when I say that, I say it for 2 reasons. Number 1, you don't want to overload your pockets so much that you end up splitting the sides. I don't think with this style of pocket that's even possible because they're very well made. But you also have to think about the weight on this mechanism right here. It's fastened in here, but it's not meant to, overload and put so much weight on it that it's just going to become unfastened. So you want to be mindful of that. But that is this size. And then we have a 7-inch by 7-inch storage pocket. There's 5 of them in here. And they're perfect for storing 6 by 6 papers, stencils, stamps, dies, etc. But they're smaller. But they also do fit in here. When the binder's open, it kind of hangs out the side a little bit. But when you close it, it seems to fit within the cover. Okay, so you don't see anything kind of hanging out there. It does go right to the edge, but it does fit in there. So you could do a combination of things. And like I was saying, if you're on the go and you want to take some things with you and safely get them there, this is a good way to do it. But it is a really good option for storage. Now, even if you don't want the binder part, you can use these pockets for storage just on their own, and you can put them in a bin. So you have a few different options for this. I've just ordered more. I put an order in with them last night, and I ordered more pockets and more binders. So we have them all in stock now, but I just know they're going to be popular, and I've ordered more because before I've even told you about this, they've already been selling. People are finding them and they're like, "Ooh, I like this," and they're buying those. So that is new from Pink and Main, or new for us, anyways. I don't know how long they've had it in their library, but I stumbled across it and I'm like, "Ooh, I think I like this." And I think my customers are going to like it too. So you can slip this little piece of paper out here and create yourself a label that you can put in here. So if you've got these binders on a shelf and you want to just know at a glance what is in here, you can do that. And then there's also a little inside pocket here too. So if you want to tuck some stuff in there, you can. And that is how that works. So that is new from Pink and Main. And then we got in their scratch off stickers, which are really cute. So these have that scratch off material on them. So you can peel these off and place them over top of something. And then you can have a scratch off element. So whoever receives it can scratch this off and it will reveal whatever is underneath this sticker. So you can create your own scratch off options. They are 1-inch circles and you get a package of 20 when you buy them. So that is a really nice interactive element that you can add to your cards and stuff. So you can check that out. And then a little while back, we did one of our Sunday night crafting sessions, and I know that I have not done them lately. It has just been crazy, and I'm just getting my feet underneath me. I told my husband the other day that I don't want to do anything big for the next 5 years. So I'm just breathing a little bit before I dive back into doing those, but it's been on my mind. And I will get back into that routine again, but for right now, I've just put it on the back burner a little bit. But one of the sessions that we did, one of our last sessions, we did a bunch of foiling, and I created some foiled pieces, and then the waste foil I put over top of a panel where the background would show through. And I told you guys I was going to order a bunch. And I did. So those have arrived. If you want to go back and look at that video, it's in our library, and it's under our Craft and Connect playlist. So you can check that out. I see Catherine's question. I don't mean to interrupt your live. Did Gina? No, it did not come yet. It comes across the border this Thursday. So we have 9 shipments from Gina, all coming across the border this Thursday. So things are not going to be ready on Thursday, but we are going to start unpacking and sorting and organizing, and then all those pre-orders will start to get processed. So, yeah, we've been unpacking like crazy, but Gina, that new release, that has not come across yet. Yeah, there's a lot of Gina coming. Oh, like a lot. Okay, so foil products. So all this foil that I'm talking about here is toner foil. So what that means is it's going to be used with a mink, a fuse, a laminator, that kind of foiling. So not the glimmer machine, okay? So these are birthday sentiments that are foilable, okay? So they're printed with toner, and they're pre-cut. So all you do is run them through your mink or your fuse or whatever, and then you can, anywhere that there's black, you're going to get foil. Okay, so there's a bunch of birthday sentiments, which is really nice to have. You don't have to cut them out or do anything crazy. You just run it through and they're foiled. So that's pretty fun. And then same thing with these backgrounds. So in here, there's a couple of different options. I'll just pop this open here so I can show you. So you get a background that says party time, celebrate, hip, hip, hooray, happy birthday, that kind of thing. And you get the, there's a bunch of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So anywhere that there is black, you're going to foil. Okay. So that is what those are. And then same thing with this one. This is the balloon letters that say happy birthday. So aren't they cute? And any foil color that you want, you can create a panel that says happy birthday. And these are all of the sheets that I ordered in, that when you have that piece of waste, you can lay that over top of this, and then anywhere that the foil has been removed from your sheet, then these colors will show through that window. So you're asking about dies for this. You don't need dies. They're all cut out. So they're all individual pieces. So I'll hold the packaging up so you can kind of see. See how they're already cut out? So you don't need dies. You just go ahead and foil them and you're good to go. So that's what all of these are. And then we also have just solid black toner printed panels in an A2 size panel. So you can lay foil on this and you can toner, or you can die cut. Let's say you have a word die that says wish. So you can die cut your word, and then you can put foil over top of it, and it's going to foil the word wish for you. So these blank panels are really fun. You can also use them for your waist pieces as well. And then wherever the openings are, the black foil is going to show through. And then we have larger ones as well. Plus we also have white ones. So these would be similar to Gina K's Polyglaze, but just a different manufacturer. So lots of really cool things for foiling. And then if you're looking for carrier sheets, Pink and Main has them available. And in this package, you get 2 6x6 and 2 6x9 carrier sheets for your machine. Okay. And that's what you put everything in to run it through your machine, so that you get a nice foil design. Now, I did sneak in a slide. I'm going to put this back up here. Let's go forward. So, new postage set from Pink and Main. We've had several of their sets in, and I love, love, love them. So this is just a stamp set. There is a separate die that you can get that cuts it out. We are sold out, but it is coming in our next order. These are very popular. So this one is birthday themed. I'm just going to hold it up so you can see all of the fun little designs in here. And then the postage dies that you buy separately, they cut out all the stamps in these different sizes, including the little round ones. But they're really sweet. And you can see the sample card that's made there using these. So you can pick up the stamps now. The dies will be coming in a couple of weeks, probably. It's not going to make it across the border this Thursday. It'll be 2 weeks from this Thursday. You wish what had a stencil? This? I know. They don't, though. And you know what? This is when you get out your markers and you practice coloring. That's what you do. And I mean, I am the worst for that. I don't like to color live because my vision's not so good. So I need to have a magnifier sometimes, but I colored live not too long ago and it turned out really well. So I'm going to be doing more of that once I get back into the creating part. But I just think this set is so sweet. So lots of birthday images on there, and it's all in the form of postage. And then the background for that sample that you see there is this embossing folder here. It's called Birthday Wishes. We got a small shipment in. I tried to order more, but they were out of stock. So I have to wait for them to come back in stock for them. But this is a fun one, and we've been selling tons of these. So it just gives you that embossed background with all those birthday words. And you can see how fun those are. And then you can like do it in white, and then you can just ink blend over the top. And get lots of different color combinations, which is cool. And then they also have some other really fun embossing folders that we have in stock as well. This one is called Daisy Dots. So it does this really pretty flower on the background. And then this one is a fun one too. It's called Sparkles. And it's just those like bursts that you get, which is nice, great for birthdays and all kinds of other things. It's like a twinkle. I know we're not in this season and we don't want to think about it, but a beautiful snowflake one. And then this one is called Quilted. So it gives you that quilted look. And then this is another favorite of mine. It's the typewriter. And it just does the ABCs in a typed written font. So really cool for masculine cards too. I see this embossed out and done in brown, and then the letters will stand out nicely. It's really fun. There's white holographic cardstock available. And this pack has several different patterns. I'll just pop this open so you can see. This is really nice if you're looking for something to create like the look of ice. Like I know Lawn Fawn has a really cool pond die, and you can create the look of ice. We often see holographic cardstock in like silver and that kind of thing, but this has got a white background, and that's just a smooth finish with that holographic design. And then this one has the speckles in it. So it just gives a really nice look. So I love that. Okay, so that is all of that stuff. And then I just wanted to show, oh, we have a couple more. These are card panels in a beautiful sunset stained glass kind of look. We only have a couple of these left. People are loving these card panels because you can use like a stitched rectangle die or something, cut it out, put it on a card base, add a sentiment, and you can be done. So it's a really fun way to make cards. And then we did get a small restock on the donut set. And I think I have a couple samples here that I put up. And this is what that donut set looks like. So you can actually create a window in the front of your card, and you can put the donuts inside and decorate them all up. It's got the icing and the sprinkles. But these can also double as bagels. I've seen some really cute samples done with bagels. So there's the front of the card opens up, and you've got all your donuts on the inside. So this one keeps selling out. It's a really popular one. And then we do have a couple of sets where we only have one left. The first one is this one here. It's the 18 karat friendship. We showed this quite a bit leading up to the Easter season. And we kept saying that it's not just for Easter, because a couple of the rabbits, the rabbits and the chicks are not dressed up in anything that is Eastery. So you can use them for baby cards and all kinds of fun things. But then you've got this cute little Easter basket, adorable carrots. There's a little paintbrush and a paint can and this little basket. And then you have a plain egg as well. Comes with dies. I made a card when I did my Sunday night crafting, and this is what that looks like. And see, I colored live in this one, and it turned out pretty good. So there's that chunky little carrot, and you've got your little bunny and your chicks there, and everybody's just so chunky, and you just want to squish them. So that is what that looks like. And then this one here, we only have one of these left too. It's called Field of Dreams. And I do have a sample up there just to show you what these cute little scarecrows can look like. But not only do you get the scarecrows, you get the actual birds, the little crows themselves, which are really cute. And I love these little sunflowers. There's a kite in there and a balloon. So this stamp set offers quite a bit in addition to the those scarecrow creatures there. So we only have one of each of those left. Okay, so that is it. All right, so I did mention in my post that there would be a draw for a gift card, which we are going to do. We're not going to do it live. We're going to do it the same way we do our other giveaways, where if you purchase from us, your name is going to get entered into a draw. And that draw is going to take place tomorrow evening. So I'm going to cut it off at 5 p.m. Thursday. Okay, so you have tonight, well, through this live, and you have tonight and you have tomorrow until 5 p.m. to get your orders in. And in your comments of your order, you need to say that you watch the live stream, you love the live, you whatever you want to say about the live. Okay, and that way it lets me know that you have tuned in, whether it be live or on replay, and you have purchased something. I'm not going to restrict you just to the live showing, but anything from our store. And you have to make sure you put the comment in your order that says live stream so that I know that you were watching. And we are going to draw for a $20 gift card. And so once I enter everyone in the wheel of names, they'll pick a winner, and then I will email you and let you know your gift card details. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. And like I said, you have till 5 p.m. tomorrow. So if you want to take your time, if you want to go back and rewatch the live, or you have some things on your wish list that you want to shop for, you can do that. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me at the store, and I'm happy to answer those. So there's our email address right there, twoscrapbookfriends@gmail.com. And before you walk away from your device, I'm just going to ask you to give our video a thumbs up, okay? Because that's really important to us. It helps our video get seen so that new people can come and find us and learn all about us, etc. We love that. We want to, reach as many people as we can. So anybody need any clarification on anything, or any questions you have related to the video or not, I'm happy to answer those. If not, we're going to tune out for today. And then I'm hoping to be back again on Friday, but just watch your socials and we'll see how that goes. Like I said earlier, we will be unpacking Gina, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I do have some things prepared already, so it won't be a big deal if I decide to go live. I don't have a lot of prep to do, so that's a good thing these days. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you all again very soon.